Hello everybody, back here again for a vlog a day. And today is Wednesday the 22nd, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning fairly early, way when I wanted to. My dog got me up, pooping on the floor again, the whole thing. So I got them out, got it all cleaned up, and it was not the nice solid poops it's been often. So I had that cleanup to do, which is always just so much fun. So yeah, got the dogs outside, got the house all cleaned up. Went from there, got them all fed again, got them outside for another little bit. And the dew on the grass and stuff and the sprinkler system, the little white doodle especially, just her feet are straight black, like they're soaking wet. And then she runs around the dirt, and I've got a bunch of dirt because the dogs are destroying my grass in the yard, and kind of is what it is, but it just absolutely looks horrendous on her. She's so dark and so gross. And at one point I actually took a picture of her, sent her to the owner, and the owner didn't recognize. She's like, I didn't recognize my own dog, she's so dirty. And I'm like, I made you a promise your dog would go back home filthy and tired, and I got the one down already. And she laughed, so we kind of had a good chuckle out of that one. But yeah, we hung around there this morning. Real quick, I decided I was gonna run to Walmart and pick up some stuff. I've been looking for like some paint markers. I can't find what I want on like Amazon, and just I'm not sure which ones are what, and you know which ones I need, which ones will what they look like and stuff. So, and I haven't actually been like a Walmart, just kind of wandering around looking for stuff in forever. And I was like, I'm gonna go out there. So I knew they opened up at like 6, so I left the house pretty early. I had a dog getting dropped off this morning at like 8, so I had to be back, or 8:30. They're going to drop off 8:30, so I had to be back fairly early. So I went out there pretty soon, and as I get rolled up into Walmart, like I said, I rarely go to Walmart at all anymore. I hardly ever go to stores. Like, I don't go shopping for nothing. If I can't get it on Amazon, I pretty much just don't get it. And I went ahead and rolled into Walmart, and the sun was coming up, and I left it was pure dark, and the sun's just starting to crack up. And it reminded me of back years ago when Bruce and I drove around the country in my van that I converted into a camper, and just that sleeping in Walmart parking lots and truck stops and rest stops and different places. And I don't know, it's just a beautiful, nice, cool, chilly morning, beautiful day. It was just like, it brought back a lot of that like wanderlust, I guess is probably the best way to put it. And it kind of hit me. I was like, oh, that really sucks. I missed that. So it kind of, that was a, yeah, kind of those little moments. So I went and got parked, went into Walmart, got my shopping done, found some paint markers, found some regular markers, found some stuff I can use, and bought a bunch of stuff. Bought a stud finder, a few other little things here and there to try and hang the curtain rod that I bought yesterday. So, and I was like, yeah, stud finders, can't be a big deal. So I grabbed the cheap one that they had and grabbed a couple little pliers and some cut-off tools and different little things that for my 3D printer and whatnot to use. And I thought, I'll just pick this stuff here, because buying on Amazon, some of those things you kind of want to be able to see it and see what it looks like, what it feels like, and chisel size, you know, kind of whatnot, whatever. So got some things there. Went to the checkout, basically I good to go. Headed out of the store and headed back home. My wife texted me and said she was heading to work. That's absolutely cool. I said, I got somebody coming soon, but I'll be there before them. They always let me know they're coming too, so I have a bit of a heads up. So I went ahead, said held it, got back to the house, everything was good to go there. The house has AstroTurf. I need to stop and ask them who did the AstroTurf themselves, or had somebody else do it. They don't look half bad actually. So, but yeah, went ahead, got back to the house, played with the dogs a little bit. They dropped off the next dog. It went smoothly. Dogs are all getting along just fine. Everybody's having a good time. Everybody's playing, everybody's having fun, and that's what matters. So had the cable guys show up, and they were changing our internet over to fiber optic. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. He just rolls up on the house, didn't text like they said they're gonna. There was 6 texts my wife got from them saying, we're getting an appointment coming up next week, next day, a couple days, da, da, da. Every time it said, we will text you when the person's on their way. And then look out, and there's parks a truck or a van in front of our house, some guy rolling up, and I text my wife, like, hey, did you get a text or anything? Because maybe she'd missed it, maybe she's busy, didn't get a chance to send it to me. Nope, nothing. So I kind of go like, what the hell, like, why was this not only that, but you guys promised me this all the time. I gotta put the dogs up. He goes, I can wait. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna wait outside until I get this done. So we basically got the dogs put back. He came in, looked around, kind of whined and complained. I think he just didn't want to climb the attic. Said how it's way better, they can put it on an outside wall. And he wanted to put it on my south side of the house, and the internet found it's going into the north side of the house, and so on and so forth, and back and forth, and hum-hawed and whined and complained about being in the attic, and kept saying something about the fiber optic can't make that quick of a turn the way it has to radius in, which was horseshit, because the box they put it outside, like wrapped around a little tiny circle the size of a softball. So it would have worked just fine in any of that bullshit, but hey, what do I know? So went ahead and said held it. Yeah, it is what it is. So he went ahead and got that done. Took him like 4 hours. It was ridiculous looking at the time. Back and forth. So I had to have the dogs inside. We was in the backyard. He had to come inside. I put the dog back out in the backyard and got back and forth and whatnot, whatever. At one point, he locked himself out of the gate because he had to go down the street to check some stuff at the box. And so finally got done. We now have fiber optic internet. Ran a few tests on it. It's 300 plus. It's super fast, but speed was never a problem to begin with. Like, the only reason we have this because my wife wanted it, and it sounds like right now if you install it at the moment, it's free. If you decide you want to upgrade to fiber later, they're going to charge you a bunch of money to put it in, which makes no sense. But I know what's going to happen is by the time all the houses get, everybody that wants the free stuff gets it free, then they're going to bump it up to, well, if you want the 300 megabytes, which we're giving you, it's going to now be $50 more a month, or whatever the hell the number is going to be. So since the fiber is already there and not used to these speeds, we're going to charge you this much more. And I'm just going to be like, nope, bring back to the old shit. I don't care. Bring back copper lines back in. I don't give a damn. So, but we got that done. It took all damn day. Like, it was just, and he was definitely getting paid by the hour. He was not getting paid by the job, that's for sure. So got done there. Oh, I had to move the vet out of the way so he could get in the attic. And for some reason, I haven't driven the vet for a while, but the battery's dead. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's been slow before, like where it's kind of, there's a drain on it somewhere. Not sure what it is, but a drain on it somewhere. And so I was like, God damn it. So I kicked it neutral, gave it a little shove, pushed it out of the garage, just a couple feet ahead, plugged in my battery tender, which came on the car. I just never plugged it in since I've had the car because I've never needed to. And I don't remember the last time I drove it was, so I don't know if the battery's weak or if it's just, who knows. But got it fired up. After like 30 minutes of being on the tender, it popped off and I was good to go. So I wasn't really concerned about it, but got it put back after he left and all that good fun stuff. But that was the first time it never not started. It was 100% batteries at 10.4 volts. So there's no way it was going to start at 10.4, but 11.1 fired right off. So this kind of depends on what you got. So it is what it is. But from there, he got out of there. Got a few other things in the house. Hung around the dogs, played the printer, and got some prints done. Just different little dumb stuff I was doing. From there, headed out, got my run in. Wife got home from work. We ended up having a nice little meal. My wife went and picked up some pizza and some cheesy breadsticks from Pizza Hut. My mom's birthday today, so she wanted cheesy breadsticks from Pizza Hut. So wife picked it up, and then while I was on my run, I got back home, got my shower. Got my shower. Father-in-law came across the street. He came over, ate some pizza and cheese sticks or cheesy breadsticks with us, and knocked that out. We had a nice little dinner for her birthday. She got to sit in her chair eating her pizza because we bought her a chair for her birthday. So it was all good there. But yeah, that was pretty much how the day went down. How are you doing today? And after that, father-in-law left. I headed back outside, played the dogs for the evening, had myself a nice little cigar, and then I started a giant 12+ hour print overnight. We'll see how well it does. Who knows? I think I should rotate it, but it showed up. It was recommended it doing it on its side. I think it should be on its back, but I want to see what it comes up with first and then go from there. So yeah, that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.